Hi, my name is Caitlin, and this is the best attempt at stand-up comedy that you'll get from me. So here we go. So the other day, I was sitting there doing online schooling for my death and dying class. I know, very exciting class. Everyone start reading about death and planning your funeral. I mean, our creative project is writing our own eulogy, so yes. But I don't know about y'all, but my funeral is going to be a party. So I'm sitting there reading, and I start typing. If you did not know Caitlin Stewart, then I feel bad for you. When I hear my dad scream my name from the garage, and over the years you learn to just ignore the first time he says your name, because I have 3 younger siblings. If it's that important, he'll go through the rest of them. So I get back to typing, and he was washing cars in the garage, and the last thing I needed to hear that day was, "Caitlin, you're leaving streaks." So I waited a couple minutes, and then I went back to my eulogy. She was the most beautiful, thoughtful woman I know. And when my phone lights up with a message, and I was like, "Are you serious? This dude's 20 feet away from me in the garage. He couldn't come in here." And it reads, "SOS, there's an emergency in the garage." So I read it, and a slight panic rises, and I get off my feet, and I half sprint, half run to the garage. I mean, who knows what this dude is doing during quarantine. It's literally driving him insane. The other day, he walks in, he goes, "I'm bored, I think I'm gonna wash the windows." The next, he's redoing the bathroom sink. He's driving me insane. Literally, he walked in the other day, and he'll be like, "Hey, Caitlin, want to go move a stick from one area of the backyard to the other?" It's exhilarating. So fast forward, I'm outside, and I am frantically looking for him, and I finally reach him, and the audacity, the nerve of this guy. He says, and I quote, "Your how to change a flat tire tutorial starts now." And I was like, "Are you kidding? Look at me. Do I look like I can change a flat tire?" No. I hit a bump in the road and hear something wrong, and I'm like, and I dial 1-800-DAD. And the best part about it all is whenever I need him, I say, "Hi, Dad, did I ever tell you how much I love you? And let me tell you how many $20 bills I got passed under the table with that line." But this man was serious, and he had all his tools in his hand and everything. Tools I couldn't even tell you what they did and why he was holding them. So I just put them underneath the broad category of tools. And next thing he does is hand me this. See, I don't even know what it was. It was a wrench thing, and tells me, "Okay, first things first is take off the lug nuts." I said, "Whose nuts?" "Take off the lug nuts, but only loosen them about 1/4 of the way first. And then we will raise the car." And at this point, he might have been speaking Spanish, but I pick up the wrench and go at the whose nuts. And I don't know what my dad thought college life consisted of, but training to get the lug nuts to move 1/4 of the way was not it. I mean, I'm sitting there pushing down as hard as I can, jumping like this. And he goes, "Yeah, this is not going to be good." "Thank you, Captain Obvious." But me being the sweet girl I am, I just smiled and said, "No, Dad. It looks like we'll be cutting this tutorial short. Love you." And I walk and turn away. But if you thought it was that easy to get out of walking away from Robert Stewart, you have never met him before. He tells me he'll be right back, and I'm considering call my grandma when he comes around the corner with what looks like a contraption I would find in prison. I mean, it was like this, but I don't even know what it was. Not like I've ever been to prison, but I would see this thing there. And he prompts me to use it. He shows me how to use it, and I go for it. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. 1, 2, 3. Oh, pop. It pops. I yell what I like to think is a cute girl yell, "Ah!" But it's more like, "Ah, what the?" because I was putting all of my 150 pounds of meat into this thing, pushing as hard as I can, but I never thought I'd actually move it. So all 150 pounds of meat fell on the ground. And I'm like, screw this. And he's like, you did it. Now you just do this, this, and this, and rattles off the next 5 things I would do when I'm changing the tire. So he finally finished up with the tire, and I was starting to go back to the garage when he goes, oh, one more thing. And I did kind of those. I was turning around, and I did one of those, okay. Take a deep breath, turn, put on a pretty face because he's my dad and I always get money from him. I say, yes, wonderful father. He goes, all that hard work will make you hungry. You making lunch, and as mentioned before, you don't usually say no to the Robert Stewart. And when he asks you something, it's really just a command. So I smiled and said, of course. And you know, Dad, if I get a flat tire, don't worry. It's only a flat in the bottom, so I can just spin it.